right, well, welcome everybody to the corporate update call on this great Monday. I hope everyone's had a great weekend and they've got a good start to the week. Mondays are always that day that can be really great or it can be really, really bad. So we hope you all had a really good one. Well, Corey, how's it going? You having a good day? How's your Monday?
It's been a Monday, but
It's been Monday. It's been Monday all day. But it's great now that we're here because we get to actually talk to all of you, and we get to talk a little bit about what we did over the weekend and what we did last week and what we're going to do this week. And it's exciting to see some of the good things that we're getting ready to just boost out with the business here at Flex. And I want to talk a little bit more about that, but let's get going pretty quick because I know everyone's time is precious and we don't want to waste a lot of that time. So let's kind of get moving through it. Things are important. Go to the Flex Connection, guys. We are at 976 people. We need 24 more people like in the next hour. You can do that. Y'all just go invite somebody in. But here's the thing. They can't just be invited to come in. They got to agree to the terms. And so we won't make them a member until they actually agree to the terms, which means, I don't know, it's just kind of like be nice to people, right? So this is where everybody can come. If they're not really sure what it's all about, this is a good place to bring them in. They can see a lot of stuff that goes on. You can see how good the community is to help each other out. When you're having problems or asking and they're getting solutions, this is super important to go into. We dropped our new deck so that you can go into our presentation deck. We actually dropped it on Thursday because we actually used it in FlexCast on Thursday. And so you can go and get this new deck. Now I want to walk through how to use the deck as quickly as I possibly can. I'm not going to do the presentation. If you want to see that, go to flexcast.theflexconnection.com. You can still see that up there until on Thursday. And on Thursday, we'll take it down and we'll put up the new link for the one that's going to happen on Thursday. But this was great because you got to see how to do the pitch. It doesn't take hours. You can do it in about 15 to 20 minutes. And I've also made it modular so you can do certain parts of it and then take out parts of it that you don't maybe want to deal with, or maybe the person you're presenting them to isn't going to be interested in it and you can kind of move around it. So I'll just move through them real quick, but it's, we're all about Flex at this point. So, Ruby is an incredible product. We got that up there, but we're now shifting focus in the company to go drive Flex and to build the Flex infrastructure for distribution. So the distribution channel is what we're focused on right now. And that's kind of a focal point that we have pulled everybody in on the corporate side. And now we're going to you as a distributor, because there's only one reason that you would become a distributor here, and that is to make money. And now is the time that we feel like we have all of the evangelistic pieces that we need for our great product, but now we got to focus on building that distribution channel. And if you don't really understand that much about timing of this business, it's super important to build in a business that has the ability to be part of that growth pattern. So that you can be, there when everybody else is just now hearing about it 2 years from now. You can have established yourself to where all of those customers coming in are going to be part of your financial check. So let's just kind of walk through these slides real quick. And I will tell you, I think they're amazing. I think Corey has done an incredible job. I always say you can take this slide out. It's not there for me. It's there for you to lean on me if you need to. But some people like to talk about, who's involved. Some people don't care. So you can take the slide in and out. And this would be your first slide that you come out to. But essentially, your premium creative toolkit for anything that deals with AI. That's what it is that we're talking about. Of course, you see the most powerful value-driven platform in the world. And then, of course, our established market superiority through our patents pending that are sitting in there. There's 4 of these inside of Ruby. 3 of them have been released and 1 is on its way. And then we can go through some of these amazing graphics. I mean, this is a great way for us to share all the things that it does. And this is, Corey's done a good job on IntelliChat, being able to open up our pre-built modules, let them see that we have vision and anchoring. If it's something important you want to explain to them, you can explain it to them. If you want to use and leverage all of the icons and logos that are up there, I mean, these are all the ones that are brought in to our platform. Of course, Personify. It's one of those patent pending applications, just like IntelliChat is. But it's a single slide that gives you a little bit speak their language every time. So these are all little things that you can say, you can get through it, and you're going to start to be able to really hone in on what is of interest to them. I like to get to the virtual studio as soon as you can because it's visually pleasing and it gets their attention real quick. And they go through these very quickly, but you get to start to leverage on some of those major logos and icons and stuff that you're seeing out there, like Midjourney and Leonardo AI and Dolly 3 and SDXL, 11 Labs for Voice Lab. I mean, that's a huge credibility piece. It's by far the best in the world when it comes to cueing your audio. Luma AI is our first one of the video lab, of which we have several others. We're waiting for the best one, which is Sora, to drop on the API. As soon as it does, we're throw it in here. We're also looking at a couple others, and we're trying to do a couple of deals on the backside that no one's done deals with yet. And we're really hoping that we get some of those deals done, like we did with our music, because I think of who we are and what we're doing with this, and the way that we care about the fair trade is something that's really important to us. Okay, so then of course we have Ruby Music is fairly trained certified. That means that our instrumentals do not use anybody's copyrighted material to train the AI. That's using the music theory, and of course it is also using the paid actor to the musicians and everybody else to come in and do that. So it is fairly trained, not breaking any of those violations. Of course, we have Canvas Plus, another one of those patent pending pieces that should be rolled out there. And to do this, and guys, I will tell you that every single week, our dev team just makes another, steps and steps and steps and steps forward to bring even more value. You're going to see dubbing at just about any time. We're just working through a couple of bugs on getting the uploading and all that to work right, these longer format stuff. I want to make sure we get that taken care of before we bring it out. But we also have our asset manager there, which would be amazing for you to be able to get things around. We have a couple of fixes coming at, in the next, I'm going to say by this week for sure we have it done. It's sitting in our dev to just test it except for one piece. So I'm ready to go on getting that up. And I think we have a couple other things in there, Corey, that image enhancements are in there to be released as well. So we have quite a few things in that we're waiting to get out to market. And that's coming as soon as they can get the one piece of the dubbing done. That'll be just another piece to your audio. We're going to talk about the different subscriptions. So, the $100 premium, I believe, I have not heard from them yet, but I believe that this is ready to go. And so I'm going to reach out to them tonight and see if this is something that we can release this week. I am ready to let this go and bring out another package. And so that's going to be something you guys can talk about. But when you're talking about the slides, it's just about the value. And I will just tell you right now that if you could come into this thing and just talk about all the things it can do and how it can benefit people, your basic is completely out of the marketplace. I don't ever talk about it. I'm talking about coming in at 100 or 55. And if you're wanting to build a business, number one, you're going to have people using it to build a business. Number two, they're going to be teaching and training on it. That's going to take some stuff that they're going to need investing in their business with that higher subscription. But they're also going to be using it, hopefully, to go build their businesses. So this is something you need to do. But when you put them into the 100 or the 55, your business is going to go much, much faster with that much volume. And so you want to kind of be pushing into those top tiers. Become a brand influencer as the kind of the easy way to transition into the business. And again, it's modular. You can do it however you want to. But when you're talking about a business, you got to show them how you can get there and how you can build the business. We have multiple ways to build. You can do it through a pure affiliate model, like customer acquisition alone. You can make good money doing it that way. You can do customer gathering. And then it just goes in and just kind of breaks it down a little bit more about how much you make on each one so you can see how it works. So you get your $100 affiliate, you're going to make $20 on your bonus. It's 25% that's going in there. Actually, yeah, it's 20% of the CV. And make sure you guys are looking at the CV, okay? So you have $1 and then you have a commissionable volume that's going with that. That's what the commissions are calculated off, the CV. And you'll see those right up there at the top. So just make sure you're seeing all of those. And then 75% of that CV that's not paid in the customer goes into the two-team pay. So we have to know that that's also a huge benefit for people who are, bringing in people who do customer gathering. I mean, that's going to put a lot more volume into the tree for you to go to infinity on the levels as well. Then we talked about the fast start bonus, the exact same thing. Now, fast start, you obviously know, is different from a customer. A fast start's when you sign a brand influencer up, and whatever package they purchase on that first order, you get up to 50%. 40% goes to you. 10% would go to you if they're directly connected to you in the binary. So if they're on your left or right directly, you're going to get all 50. If somebody is on the left and the right already, then you're going to place them underneath somebody else. And when you do that, they are going to get the other 10%. So that way we can make sure that everyone's making a little bit of money. And if your two positions are gone, no big deal. You've already been paid by somebody else to do that. 8 ways to earn. It comes back between each one of these so you can kind of set it up to where you're going. But the 2 team pay is the place where you really need to understand how it works. You go left and right. There's not much to this thing, but I'll tell you, if you really want to understand it, just teach it one time. Just do it one time. Just do a training, teach somebody how to do it one time. You'll figure it out. You want to put 2 teams, one left, one right. And then you want to help them do the exact same thing. Every week, we total up the amount of volume on both the left and the right team. We pay 10% of equal volume, or up to 10% of equal volume on each leg. The fastest way to figure that out is 20% of the lesser leg. That's the max. Now, every rank that you start, you think it goes from 8 to 20%, but that happens as you start to get more volume. But what happens when you get one left and one right is that you are qualified to earn up to $20,000 without doing anything else. Like if you just put one left, one right, and everybody else did everything else, you could earn $20,000 a week in just this one way with only putting 2 people in, one left and one right. Don't count on it. I'm just saying that it's possible. It is a way to do that. And it's very easy. It goes to infinite levels deep on both sides. Okay, so that's how it calculates. Then, of course, there's other ways to make more money. And this is actually the way that people make the biggest amount of money if they start to build big organizations. This is on sponsor matches. When you sponsor somebody, however much money they earn in the binary, you get the match. And it doesn't matter, guys, on this part of the plan, which side of the 2 team they're on. They could be on all of them on the left or all of them on the right. It doesn't matter. You're qualified to earn on those matches, no matter where they are in the 2 team pay. And again, you want to get started. So this is kind of the next way you're pushing them. If you're going to do it and get busy in this business, get in at the top, and that's kind of work your way. If you need to drop it down, you can downgrade at any time in the plan. And that's it. That's the end of the presentation. So you can do it pretty quickly. Obviously, I like to do it, if I'm going to set it all up, I would like to do it like this. I would do the introduction. I might even talk, if I'm going to leave the slide in about, me or Dan or whomever you want to put in there, you can talk about that part of it. And then you can actually go to the little cool animated picture and talk about why you're excited about Ruby AI. And then I would play the video. I would play the 2-minute getting started with Ruby video so that they get an overview of everything. And then I would come in and just hit the highlights, because that's all they're going to need is just the highlights. They can kind of see that it's easy to understand and that, oh, okay, well, that's pretty easy. I don't have to go through and learn anything, too hard. And then I can see all the things it can do for me. I'm going to be in. So that's the way I would choose to do this. If I was sitting in a setting, or if I was doing an online event, or if I was doing a live event, that's just the order I would do it. I'd have a few slides, I'd throw in the video, and then I would come in and right behind it and I'd talk about that. And then I'd get to the money as fast as I can, so I can explain that if you're looking to be a distributor in this business, you're going to attach it to the best product in a fast-paced world of AI, helping everybody get going. And you can get going, for $100 and you're in. And if you're needing more, then you can do multiple subscriptions. If you need less, you can lower that at any time, get them started, and that's it. That's the end of all that you will need to be doing to get going on this. And you don't complicate it. The more confident that you are in pitching this, the more excited you are about what you have your hands on, the more vision that you see when you're talking about this, it opens up a lot more capability. Now, you can't use this slide. This is not a slide that is capable to be used out in presentations. But I want to do it with trainings. Trainings, you can do this. But I do need to just be careful to say, this never works out perfect. Okay? The 2 who get 2, who get 2, who get 2, the 1 who gets 1, who gets 1, it just double. It never works this way. But here's the reality of how it can be. So you can start to visualize, what kind of numbers do I need to make some of the money that I'm looking for? And this is an easy way to see it. But what this also does, and this is what I use this for more than anything else, I always call it the Metcalf. Okay, that's just what I do it because I want people to understand the leverage. Compounding is something that's incredible. And you all hear the penny a day. That's compounding. That's what our business is. It's compounding. When you can get duplication, you can get compounding. And I will tell you, you have a better chance at making it big in this business than trying to double a penny every day. Okay? So here's the cool thing, is I can show you how much you can kind of go through the process of making in 12 months, 12 years, whatever it takes for you to hit these numbers. That's just a cycle. So it's just like, how many times can I duplicate? But look at the difference when I add one more person. Like if I just sponsored one person, this is what I'm going to end up with. And if they only sponsor one person, this is what's going to, be there. But if I go out and I get 2 people, now look at how much faster I can get the money going. And then if I go and add a 3rd person, look how much more leverage I have. So I like to look at it at 3, 4, 6 people. Why do I stop at sponsoring 2 when I could literally go out and sponsor 6 to 8 to 10? Now you're not seeing me say go out and sponsor hundreds. I like to sponsor people that are going to get in the business and grow. So I'm a little bit more picky, but you can do it however you want to. It's your business. But my point is the more that you personally sponsor in the process, you are going to have more leveraging to go and duplicate. And that's really what I use this slide for, because it's mind-boggling when you start to see, if I go put 20 people in, 10 people left and 10 people right. Out of those 10, just by the law averages, I'm going to get 2 that are probably going to do it on the left and 2 that are going to do it on the right that are really going to do something. I'll probably get 3 on each side that are going to do a little. And I'll probably get 5 that won't do anything on each side. That's just the number. That's how they work. But that's not sponsoring 1 million people. It's sponsoring 20 people. And everybody can do this, guys. It's not hard. And you don't have to do them all in a day. Now, the faster you do it, the faster it just starts compounding and growing. The one thing I like to talk about just as we're going through this as a training tonight and kind of get an update is there's 2 secrets to the binary that we have in our comp plan here. If you've never built in it, these are really important things for you to understand. This speed is absolutely important. The faster you can get things going, the faster people see things happening, the more they get excited because they're seeing the check and they wake up and they see other people in their business and they didn't do anything. They just were available and they got a spot, and all of a sudden there's somebody down below them, and that opens their eyes to the reality that, okay, I'm not in it by myself. That's number one. The second thing is consistency, speed and consistency. So you got to be consistent if you're going to go build this business. And we have an incredible thing that's happening right now. I can't wait for this week to be over so we can go through our next call. But this is a system that we're trying right now with our top leader, people who are really interested to go build this business. We put them into a group that we are working through right now, that over the next 4 or 5 days, we're seeing people go to work and to do something that will get them to the goal that they have set for themselves in the next 90 days. And what this will do for your business. Number one, you need to get with their upline and you need to be talking to them. You need to engage. Engagement is huge. It's about you being there. Even if you can't do 10 hours or 5 hours a week, you literally got 1 hour a week. You're not going to build it super fast and super big for 1 hour, but if that's all you got, invest it in your future. Invest it in building something that's going to be here 10 years from now. Don't watch TV. Be happy where you're going. Get with your upline. They will have a plan for you. If they don't have a plan for you, it doesn't hurt to say, hey, who's your sponsor? Do you have a contact for them? Guys, this is about team building. Don't make you the part of it. Get out of the way because it goes to infinity on both sides. And the last thing you ever want to do is be the person of the business. You just don't want to do it. That means you're responsible for everything. Why would you sign up for that? Why would you sign up for 10,000 people that you're trying to answer all the questions for? So that's why we have tools. That's why we have systems. And that's why we're teaching this right now, is because we have high goals for this business. Our goal is to hit momentum by May of 2025. And that makes whoever gets going now the chance to do something amazing, to set new ideas for what's possible for you, your family, and to do it all by the end of 2025. This is why people want to get into a company like this, so that they can be a part of building the distribution, so they can leverage it. And you are in it right now to do that. You just have to take advantage of it. All right, guys. So that's what we went over. Don't forget this week, anybody that you have sponsored since last Saturday, not like 2 weeks ago, you need to make sure that they know about the BIO on Saturday morning. It's at 10 a.m. Central. It's about building the business and getting started right, and the reason why we go do the things. So get there. I'm going to walk you through how the comp plan works, how to get going, why we're going to do things. I'm going to actually talk about how to share this product. All of that is really, really important. So get them there. If they are the first time they have been there, they are new. Now, last week, I did it for anybody that showed up because that was the deal. Everybody wants to show up for the first one. Then I gave 20 credits. If you didn't get those credits, it's because you have to ask for them. You need to send a ticket to Corey or a DM and say, hey, I didn't get my credits, but I was at that event, which was not last Saturday, but the Saturday before that. And if you're bringing somebody new that has just signed up between the last 2 weeks, they are going to also get 20 credits for just being there. And I'm going to give you 10 credits if you're there with me. Okay, so it's a way for you to go get some more credits and to get them excited about getting some stuff. We are in a giving mood here at Flex. And we know that right now it's all about getting people started and getting going. So that's all coming. Make sure that you are making a point to get people to be there and to get trained in what to do in this business. Do not bring someone in the business that doesn't want to build a business. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't make sense for anybody. And please, whatever you do, just remember this thing, because it's the culture that I have longed to find in this industry. And I believe that we have that here, is that we don't use people to make money, that we use money to make people. And if you take a mindset of that and say, well, I'm not just going to go sponsor every single person because I can just make money and I don't care if they're successful or not. If that's the attitude, honestly, I don't care if you're here or not. I mean, I really don't. That's just not the culture that I really want at this business. I want the culture to say, I'm going to sponsor you because you want to be here and you want to make some money. And you know what? I want you to make money too. Let's go. That's the way I want it to be, because that's the way that the reputation of our company and the reputation of you and everyone that is represented here that puts their name with Flex will be looked at. Keep our reputation. Don't use people to make money. Let's use money to make people, and learn to network through people to help them to be successful. That's it. That's the culture that we have. Now, this week, we are going to be pushing more stuff out. I know that we were trying to get it out last week. We'll keep trying to get it out this week. We actually have a few things going on, FlexCast too, so don't forget FlexCast Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central. And my dog says it's time to end the show. That's what she says. So with that, I don't think, is there anything, Corey, anything that I'm missing, anything that you're seeing in the chats that I need to address today?
No, I think we covered it all. I think we're good.
All right. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's go to work. Let's make it a great week. Let's make it one of the best weeks we've ever had here at Flex.